Today we are getting ready for my ballet private lesson. So this is today's attempt at trying to get out of the house and not sit at home and rot, which I've pretty much been doing for the last week. I contemplated making this video because I really didn't know what to say or where to start. But I think it's important because I've received a lot of messages and a lot of people reaching out to me in the last week, which is very much appreciated, and I know I haven't responded to most people, but I really do appreciate it. So if you have seen my social media in the last week, you'll know that Baxter passed away last Thursday. We had a lot of health crises this year, and yeah, just when you thought he was getting better, turns out he was not better. So I'm not going to go into the details of what happens because I'm not the sort of person that's going to set up a camera and cry on the internet, which is probably what I will do if I go into too much detail. The last week's been really weird. You know, Mia, my other dog, passed away just shy of 8 months ago now, and you know, when she passed away, obviously like super devastating, but at the time I couldn't take any time off work. I had to get straight back into it, and I also had Baxter to look after as well and make sure that he was okay. Like, he just literally lost his best friend of 10 years, so you know, I was kind of straight back on the horse in a way. So I feel like I didn't really get time to think about it too much or mourn. So with this happening, I don't even know what to do or say, or I feel like I'm kind of like dissociating a little bit at the moment. Like, it's not real, but I know it is, but I'm having an out-of-body experience in a way. You know, I know some people would say, oh, it's just a dog, but they're like family, and it's really tough. You know, you think you're kind of doing okay, and then something happens, or you see something, or you're reminded of something, and then you're not. And it's weird, and you don't really know how to feel. And then you think you're doing okay, and then like yesterday the vet calls me because Baxter's ashes had come back and they were ready to be picked up. And you know, that's a weird experience in itself. I had to do it with Mia as well. You literally walk into the vet like trying to hold it together, and they hand you this bag with an urn in it, and you say, thank you, have a great day, like everything's fine. And it's weird. It's the weirdest situation. Anyway, I thought it was important to make this video because I literally work in social media for a living, where it is my job to create content that is engaging and interesting and fun and funny and happy, and I don't feel like that at the moment. I feel so far from that, and I have so much content that I created, you know, in the weeks leading up to what happened last week, that, you know, I don't even know how I can post it, because I don't feel any of what I was feeling when I created that. And me being what I believe is a real and authentic person, I just can't. And I don't want to create content, and I don't want to do my work, even though it's my literal job to do that. And it sucks. It really sucks. Anyway, I just wanted to make this video to thank you all for reaching out and giving me heaps of support. I do appreciate it, and I'm sorry I can't write back to all of you, and it's gonna take me a long time to get over this, and I don't really know if I can, and I think you should all hug your dogs